Imagine standing on a cold morning in medieval Europe. The land is uncertain. Kingdoms rise and fall, invaders threaten, and power is fragile. And then, on the horizon, you see it. A fortress of stone rising above the mist. A castle. For centuries, castles were more than walls and towers. They were symbols of survival, ambition, and the dreams of kings. Tonight, we journey through time to visit the castles that shaped Europe. This is timeless Europe. The birth of castles. Our story begins with simple wooden towers. The year is 900. Europe is restless. Viking raiders strike from the seas. Rival lords battle for land. To survive, nobles built motte-and-bailey castles, wooden keeps on man-made hills, surrounded by palisades and ditches. They were crude, but they were safe. And these early fortresses gave birth to the Castle Age. The Tower of London. In 1066, William the Conqueror crossed the English Channel and seized the crown. But how could a foreign king hold down a hostile land? His answer was stone. The Tower of London rose as both fortress and warning. Its walls told the English people, "This is Norman rule, and it will not fall." For centuries it became a palace, a prison, and a place of fear, the beating heart of power in medieval England. Windsor Castle. Not far away, another great fortress emerged, Windsor Castle. Built in the 11th century, it was both fortress and royal home. Generation after generation of kings and queens walked its halls. From medieval knights to modern monarchs, Windsor has never stopped being a seat of power. It is not just the largest inhabited castle in the world, it is a living thread of Europe's royal story. Krak des Chevaliers. But Europe's story stretched far beyond its own borders. When crusaders marched east, they brought castles with them. The mightiest of all was Krak des Chevaliers, a fortress of faith in the deserts of Syria. Its walls were so thick, its towers so strong, that even the greatest armies hesitated to face it. To the crusaders it was more than stone, it was the shield of Christendom. Neuschwanstein Castle. Centuries later, when gunpowder ended the age of stone walls, castles found a new purpose: beauty. In Bavaria, King Ludwig II dreamed of a palace not for war, but for wonder. Neuschwanstein. Castle rose like a fairy tale, perched on the edge of the Alps. Its towers touched the sky. Its halls were filled with music and myth. It was no fortress, but it became one of the most iconic castles in the world, inspiring Disney's magical kingdom. Edinburgh Castle. In Scotland, power looked very different. Edinburgh Castle, carved into the very rock of a volcano, became a stronghold of kings. It was the symbol of Scotland's struggle, against sieges, against invaders, against the might of England. Every stone carries a tale of independence and union, of kings crowned and kingdoms lost. Edinburgh Castle was not just a fortress, it was Scotland's soul, legacy of castle. From London to Krak, from Edinburgh to the Alps, castles shaped the Europe we know today. They were built to defend, to dominate, to dazzle. And though their cannons are silent, their walls still whisper. They tell us of ambition, of survival, of kings and commoners who lived and died beneath their shadows. Castles are not ruins, they are memories carved in stone. These are the castles that shaped European kingdoms. 1,000 years later, they stand as guardians of history, reminding us that power may fade, but stone remembers. This is timeless Europe.